they gave like they gave like a comparison that like some states the college head coach is the highest paying individual
Yep.
in that state,
Yep.
and that holds a lot of power.
That's
It's
pretty
crazy.
interesting. That's pretty interesting. Mm. I don't know. Like, I don't have a stake either way, but it's like I don't know. I could see the argument for and against. Like you and I mean, too bad the people watching right now didn't get to hear
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
said about it, Tom. But yeah. I mean, I get it. I get the whole thing about them being paid, kind of taking away from the integrity, and I don't know. I don't know. It's just
it's the thing that like you would never know where it would go. Like you never understand the fallout. Like what would happen if you start paying college athletes, and
yeah.
what like right now you can't predict certain outcomes from doing that. Like right now, so like I'm sure there's some unforeseeable outcome where it's going to be like, oh fuck, we shouldn't have done this because now it's like something's doing it's ruining the college athletes and the college
Well,
sports.
no.
But
Well, hold on, Tom. I mean, just give them a fucking flat rate. I mean, it's not like you're paying them like because they're a superstar and you're trying to grab them from another
that
team or
might
some
work,
shit.
Brian. I
Yeah,
agree
just
that might
dude,
work.
and you only got to pay them for 4 years, and that's it.
Exactly.
Because if they
Like,
don't get out in four, fuck them.
but that's I guess
I'll give them
I like
5.
I agree. But you gotta also understand like most of these athletes. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them do have scholarships.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say not all athletes that come into a collegiate career or join a basketball team for a college is on a scholarship. Obviously, the ones that who perform are the superstars in high school are getting those scholarships and offer those scholarships because they have a certain amount of scholarships to give out. But
Right.
the thing is that I agree. Like if there was like a flat rate salary and it's
Yeah.
equal, then yeah, that's fair. But I don't think they're going to take it that way. I don't.
Mhm.
When you're
why
the star
not?
player,
I
I
mean, yeah.
I I agree.
Oh, you're
I
the
agree.
star player. Well, then that's the other thing. Let them do endorsements in that case, right?
That would be interesting. That would be
Yeah.
interesting if endorsements would be allowed. But
Yeah, because wouldn't that really be left up to the individual? Like, you know what I'm saying? And unless you have to wear the school's merchandise and the
well,
commercial or
they're
something, like,
actually they're actually comparing it to like say a student that's majoring in music, and say you're in college and you create an album, and that album is picked up by a production, a studio, and that studio basically you start producing your music in college and you're making money. Like your NCAA doesn't have any hold on that. You're allowed to make that money and make that money as a college student. Why isn't athletes the same? Like, why can't athletes not do the same? So,
hmm hmm
but
that's
I
interesting.
believe me, I agree. Like, I remember when I played high school football, dude. Like, the stands were packed every fucking game. They must have. They charged like $5 a student, like $10 an adult. Like it's like, they were making good money. Like just packing the stands in our just on our high school. So
Yeah. See, but what
multiply that by four, and depending on how big your college, and obviously they're charged a little bit more, but to get into one of these games now, especially if you're a double, a single, 1A football, school. But I just, it's just be interesting to see what happens.
with the charging for the like the games, or like I feel like for the high school, like you were mentioning before, like all that I think would really definitely go back into the high
The
school,
school,
like
yeah, yeah,
back
yeah,
into that. But when it comes to college, man, and they're making, like you said, millions of dollars, probably, like all these
billions.
universities, you know, it's like, okay, come on, they can't be putting all that shit into the school, like you say.
Granted, I agree. Like I'm sure if you look at some of the, they even show like the coaches are way overpaid in college. They have ridiculous salaries. I'm sure some of the chairmans and board of directors of the NCAA got some ridiculous salaries. So I'm sure some people are making hand over fist money, and are definitely fighting against that. Athletes should not be paid because that money would be taken away out of their pockets. So
Yeah, yeah. And that's interesting. The coach getting paid so much, but the students don't get dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A hot dog and a handshake. That's it. Okay. Is that all it is? All right. So interesting. We'll see. I guess we're gonna have to see where that goes. We'll see.
Yeah,
where that
there's like some kind of ruling going on. It's not paying athletes, but it's something in regards to the profits that they make or the money that they make, and that they're gonna. I don't know what the specifics are, but there's some kind of ruling happening in the end of the summer, and they're just they're thinking that this ruling, if it's against the NCAA, it's going to open up the doors to possibly paying college athletes. That would be the next kind of bill that's going to be passed or put in front of the Senate to see whether that can happen.
Yeah. But I like what Brian said too about maybe like them doing endorsements, and if there's anything like written, like that would stop them from doing something like that. But I mean, but then again,
No,
like,
it is right now. There is a law. There's a law that if you're part of the NCAA, you cannot do, like, if you're a college athlete, you cannot do endorsements.
Okay.
You can't get paid for what you're athletically doing in college. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got to see where that goes then. I don't know where I sit on that because it's not, Well, I watch wrestling. I don't watch wrestling.
I mean, I've heard of the NCAA compared to like a drug cartel.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch a show on ESPN back in day. It was on Sundays called The Sports Reporters. Shout out to John Saunders, may he rest in peace. Like after he passed, like they tried to keep doing the show. It was like well-known sports reporters, right, for newspapers, things like that. And then it just kind of died out, which was unfortunate. That was my church.
Mm-hmm.
And
on Sundays,
as soon as that show really kind of died out, I actually kind of stopped paying attention to sports. So, I got this realm thing. I'll do this instead.
Yeah. All right. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Mold, episode 155. I guess we'll name it later. I'm Harrican BX. Let's say what's up to the crew. Brian Brink.
Hey, how's it going?
Man, happy Tuesday.
I know, man. It's the Tuesday night delight.
Yes.
And I didn't have any cats visit me today, so I was kind of sad. But yeah, man, work was fucking killer. Yesterday was a breeze. Today I had one of them crazy days at work. Nuts.
You need a dog.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but it was like because a friend of mine, she's got parakeets, and she's got like one of those, like, not to make a pun, but like an empty nest thing going on. Like her son's in college now and is not there all the time. I was like, good, get some pets, get some company, right? And then I started thinking about it. I was like, wow, maybe I could get like a pet now because I don't have to go to work. But then I was like, the thing is, when you have pets, then you're like, well, now I can't go spend like days down in wherever TFCon is without having to make appointments and shuffle them around to the kennels and whatnot. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just being selfish.
I think we don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's almost like having a child, but not quite,
Yeah.
Oh, don't start that conversation.
The dog is much easier.
I mean, it gets a little.
It's got to take it to
know.
the vet, once a year, get its checkup, its shots, and make sure you feed it. It is an expense, though.
It is an expense, but to what you're saying, Brian, it's a little easier for us because, my mom's local and she just comes and stays at the house with the animals when we, spend a weekend with all you guys or whatever. So
I also have a fear of, I like to think I'm a nice person, but like I don't want to test my mettle of goodness should my pet get sick, and I'm just gonna be like, well, time to get a new one, type of thing. You know what I mean? Where I'm going? I don't know.
Are you dead inside, Brian? Are you dead
sometimes, yeah. I mean, look, man, I grew up with hamsters. You learn to deal with death pretty fast, and
Nah. I know.
think
If you had a puppy like Asia, you would fucking fall in love, bro. You'd fall in love.
Yeah.
You'd fall in love.
I mean, I used to watch my mom's dog. Hopefully, she'll get a new dog soon, and maybe I could. I don't know. She's so much further away now than she used to be. But now I don't know. I mean, when my mom's dog died a couple of years ago, I mean, I got sad. I cried a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Then you get over it, and
It's-
then
I mean,
and
it's
then
a
you,
little
yeah,
different
and
when
then you
it's
have to do
yours.
ETR because it happened on that Monday. Like
Uh,
my mom called me at like 7:30. Hey, my dog died. I was like, oh shit, that sucks. Cry, drink, get on camera. There you go.
JD said it though. It is a little bit different when it's
It's
yours.
a little different when
Yeah.
it's yours.
You know,
Yeah.
because you're the one that's caring for it. You know?
You're gonna like it's kind of, I would imagine, being like a new mother. It's kind of like the same but different circumstance, you know. It's like
Yeah.
I love this thing so much. I'm gonna take care of it no matter what. And like every day that goes by, you get more and more attached.
Mhm. Yep.
And I mean, I think you'd do good with a dog anyway, just because our dogs
Yeah.
love you.
Well, yeah. Hey, it's that I have all the temporary love to give.
Temporary.
That's so funny, man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like he said, you would definitely. I think you'd do well. I think you'd do well, Karen. But you know, you love him, man. You just love him. You just love him.
Just love
Yeah.
'em.
I don't know.
That's what
But then it's like, expensive operation, Thunder Tank. It's like, no.
see, now that's the thing that you just hope, like, you would hope you don't have to go through. You would hope that the dog is healthy and whatever. And sometimes, listen, as much as you're attached, sometimes you do have to weigh that financial responsibility. Like, we had a Chow Chow. It was my sister's, but when my sister moved to Virginia, well, she left the dog at my mom's, and I was still there at the time. And she got older and was getting sick, and my mom paid for I think $5,000 or something for an operation that ultimately didn't really help
Guaranteed.
the dog. You know what I'm saying? We still had to wind up putting her down a couple of months later. So that operation that she paid all that money for didn't really extend the dog's life. So sometimes you do just have to make that hard decision, and just put him down. But hopefully you wouldn't have to go through anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
The trick is to just go for a mutt. You usually have the least amount of problems health wise, and their temperament's usually better because they're not like some full breed this or that. So you
Gotcha.
don't have to worry about inbreeding and shit like that.
And listen, I've been lucky with Asia. Asia's 7 on Sunday, and really never really had any problems with her. We get her groomed every few months, and we feed her good food. We give her science diet. It's not like we're giving her Caesar or whatever, which is fucking feeding the McDonald's or some shit like that. We give her treats. You know what I'm saying? But we feed her good food. You know what I'm saying? And thankfully so far it's worked. You never know. I want to have her as long as I can. So that's the downside, though. You just know the lifespans, man. They're short. So you're gonna go through heartbreak when you make that decision to own a pet. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're still never quite ready for that time. But like you said, you get sad and you move on. That's life.
Yeah.
It's life. So, Brian, I think you had something for us tonight. Do you?
God damn it. See, we should have got on the call earlier to refresh memory. Do you remember what I told you yesterday?
All right, Dom got us. Dom.
I have a
Right.
topic.
Yeah.
So I had a talk. What?
I had a topic. No, I didn't have a topic.
You said something about a time of collecting, something like that. Does that refresh your memory?
Oh, that's what I said.
That's what Brian said.
That's what I said.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
That's what I said. Booby trap. Booby trap.
Booby. Booby
Dave
trap.
said booby trap.
Let me see
what I
if
said.
I wrote it up. Sometimes I do that.
It's in the
Sometimes I take
chat, dude.
notes.
Just look it up in the chat. It's in the chat. But
But our chat's
scroll.
so busy, Dom. It's gonna take me forever to find it.
just play the Jeopardy music.
I was actually still doing intros. I went to Brian and I never went to anybody else. Dom, what's
You
up?
never go in. What's going on? Everything's
Oh
great.
my goodness.
I'm off tonight. Like I'm off tonight. You know.
Yeah, you are. But we're not gonna hold it against you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, everything's great. Weekend was great, I guess. What did I do this weekend?
Yes.
Don't know. Everything's a fucking blur now.
The fucking blur, right?
That's a
Were you
fucking
home?
It's a
Did you
blur.
stay home? Did you stay home this weekend?
I think I did.
It was nice on Saturday. Did anybody do anything like on Saturday? It was pretty decent weather out.
How'd it work?
Working? JD grinding. JD grinding.
I went to the park, man. First park walk of the summer, of the spring,
Yeah.
of the year, whatever the fuck it is. It was good. It was great. They closed some trails. It's fucked up my routine.
Stop talking,
So-
Brian. You're supposed to be looking for the
I got-
topic.
Sorry.
I'm trying
I
to look
could-
for him too. I'm trying to look for him too.
Find it in this ocean of booty pics.
But
that
dude, we
get
were talking
posted
about it.
here.
It's funny because we were talking about it last night. I think like after EPR. But yo, I'm a burnout, bro. Like I don't like my short-term memory shot sometimes.
Here it is. Here it is.
There you go.
It's one line. I thought it was like a paragraph. It's one line.
Can't remember one line. What's wrong with you?
All right. So, we're done the intros? All
Yeah,
right.
we're done with. Well,
I
JD,
didn't
you
go,
want
but
to say
that's
hello, JD? Go say hello.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hey, everybody.
There you go.
I had a
JD.
good day. I spent the day with Mr. Pinkerton, if you're nasty.
Sweet.
Oh, wow.
Hence me popping in here like after you guys are live.
Oh, did he leave?
literally
Did he
2
leave?
seconds after I hit the live button.
Oh,
Did he leave or?
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
he's gone.
Yep. He was excited that it was going to be daytime on his drive home for once
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
from here.
Chris doesn't
yeah.
like driving in the dark,
Uh,
especially when it's places he's not familiar with.
I don't blame him. Fucking when I left his house, fucking last September, like I was like driving through like it felt like back roads in complete darkness for about 45 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? And a very narrow fucking twisty.
where you taking me, bro?
It
Look.
It
Yeah,
used
that
to really bother me. I mean, it used to not bother me at all, but now it's like, yeah, driving at night when I'm not sure where I'm going, and then if it's raining and you can't fucking see it, you don't know where the fuck
I
you're
hate.
going.
Yeah, I hate driving in the rain.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, especially at night.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
yeah, so basically, my topic was what is the best time of life to be a heavy collector? And then shout out to Energon Addict, who goes, you mean like heavy fat or like heavy buying? Oh man. And the reason why I bring it up is because I'm in a chat with some young people and things like that, and they're talking about upping their game to Hot Toys and other things, and I'm sitting here like, dude, I mean the person's like 20 years younger than me, and I was like,
Amateur.
you need to. I was like, this is not the time to. This income that you think is disposable now, it's not disposable. And if it is, you should be disposing of it at the bar or something like that, right? It's I mean, this time in your life, because in retrospect, 20 years ago, I was like, I wish I was putting more into savings and things like that and stuff. But so like I was kind of curious, and I was hoping like maybe Gary or Dave would be on for this one too. As this is like in the past. God, when did I meet you, damn people? So let's see, when did I start collecting? In 2012, I bought Hercules at the end, but it was 2013 is when things really got kind of nuts. And God, has it been 8 years? Has it been? I think 2013 I took it kind of okay. Maybe it's 2014 is when things went nuts. But yeah, like at that time, it was like, yeah, I had been saving a lot of money and things like that, you know, and so I did. It's like, yeah, man, let's buy all the things. And then here I am, like still kind of not buying necessarily all the things anymore, but
You're buying
still,
all the things.
still buying a lot of things. And but I'm in a spot right now where I can save and do this hobby. Obviously, when you're not frivolously spending, I guess. You know, yeah, you do have money to put into the hobby, you know, which is good, and it allows you to get the things that are nice. And so I was kind of curious about you guys. Like, what do you think? Now there's, I can't wait to hear the counter arguments because I already have a counter argument. But it's like, if you're a young person now, like if you were 20 something years old now, like, is it responsible for yourself for the future to like get into like an expensive hobby like this if you're gonna be like heavy into it, like, or should you wait till you have some, I don't know, traditional sense of stability? I don't know. Just kind of curious what you guys think.
I mean, you would think, right? Like, because I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it just depends on how how you spend your money, basically. Like, you know, because there's a lot of people that probably don't even think of like in a saving sort of sense, right? So they're just sort of
Not at 20.
living check to check, you know what I'm saying? And you're just maybe you're making good money, maybe you're not. But if you're making good money and able to buy things, like you're probably not really thinking about saving when you're 20 years old. You know I wasn't, and I should have been fucking smarter, and you know, and that's how you get into debt and all that. And if you're smart enough to avoid all that shit, then hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like if you got the money, like why not? Like if I feel like if you feel like you've handled everything that you're supposed to handle in life as far as your bills and your responsibilities, and you still got you know, your retirement, your savings or whatever, and then you still got extra money that you could do this with, why not, man? Do what makes you fucking happy.
Maybe.
But if you don't have that sort of stability with income, then maybe it's not the most responsible choice. But listen, fucking, you only have one life to live too. You know what I'm saying, right? So why not enjoy yourself, I guess, and maybe later in life, you know, if you need to make more responsible choices, you'll be more adept at doing so.
All right, before the rest of you guys chime in, I also want to think about it not from a financial sense, but also, like, I know people that have moved a couple times, and they're very heavy collectors, right? And, you know, you got to move all this stuff. And also think about space, think about, you know, maybe wait till you get into a stable relationship before you go nuts, you know, kind of stuff like that. Wait till your dog is potty trained and doesn't chew on things. I don't know. So kind of think about things like that too.
What do you want my own experience or like
No,
my own experience?
no,
Yeah,
I just want your opinion, Dom. Like, what? Like,
yeah, I
like,
got
what's
it.
the best
I got
time? Is it in your
I don't think
40s?
there's
Is it in
any.
your 30s?
I don't think there's a particular best time. I think it all differs from person to person. But like, I think a little bit in regards to if you're 20 years old and you're putting your money into toys, as we all know, it's not the worst thing you can do. You know, it's granted you should have your fun, like you said, Brian. You should go to don't stop going. You know, if you're going to go out with your friends to a bar and you tell them no because you don't have any money because you want to buy toys. I think there should be some type of balance in that, because you don't want to at an early age, you do not want to lose that social life so fast. Because if you don't, you should go out there and have some fun and experience that in your 20s. But also, like, if you are passionate about toys and you want to buy a specific toy line or you know, get into something that you would make you happy, then go ahead, by the means, do it. But it's all based on obviously, you know, financials, but like also, like you said, in space, like most most 20-year-olds might not have their own place. They're still living with their mom and dad. So in regards to having your own space to buy, purchase toys, have them out, display them, might not be a possibility in regards to the space that you're currently in at that early age. So
Keep growing that neck beard.
yeah.
Living with mom and dad.
Dom is like exactly right. Like when I was that age, like I wasn't collecting super heavy, but I was like as far as like comic books and very little with the action figures. So maybe like I didn't have the space concerns, but I did have the advantage that when I moved out of my parents' place, like they lived right down the block. So like I basically still had my old room there, and then the majority of like my shit and my comics was still there. So I didn't really have to deal with it like in my apartment.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like the mom looked out, in that regards. Now I'm paying for fucking storage every month. And it's like, I hate paying that bill, which makes me consider almost like getting rid of it all. Because again, Brian, space considerations, I'm in a shoebox. I'm taking up a portion of my bedroom because of like my collection and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so probably in that regard, I'm not doing the most responsible thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's sort of taking up the living space. You know what I'm saying? That I could probably use a little bit more of, like at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
and for me, when I started collecting when I was in my early 20s, I started buying things and in the anticipation that I would eventually, move on to my own place. So I wasn't displaying most of I wasn't displaying most of my stuff or any of my stuff in my parents' house. And then when I did move into my place, and then I all of a sudden, started being a little bit more social and meeting individuals, finding that significant other in my life, it became, space now became an issue again, because there's now instead of one person living in this condo townhouse that I live in, there's two people. So I just, space then became limited again for me. And I'm, right now I'm just, don't have the room to display my stuff, but that's not stopping me from collecting, because at the end of the day, I feel there is still an end state to where I'm eventually going to move into another bigger house and have that space available to do what I want to do. So, but that's in turn with, with understanding your finances and at an early age, do save, like do put a little bit of money away to purchase a house, or have that money, so you're not wasting it all on toys. Granted, toys are somewhat liquid to where you might be able to get your money back, or even a little bit more than what you put into it. So don't consider it like throwing your money away, like, or burning your money away, because you're not. You can definitely sell what you've purchased, not necessarily for a profit, but for at cost or close to cost. So, there's always some type of funds can come back from what you've purchased years ago. So
I remember Dust always saying that. He's like, it's money in the bank, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you could eventually like resell it.
Sell to survive. Yeah, but I just think it's like, spend that young time, like go travel the world. Stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know everybody's a different kind of beast when it comes to, what they like, what they don't want to do, things like that. I mean, I never traveled the world. I've been to Canada once, but it's like, I'm a workaholic. That's my fucking life. That's what I do. I fucking work, and I work, and I work, and I work. And, yeah, so do I have regrets? Yes, no, maybe. It's like, but I'm me. So if I could do it all again, I'd fucking do it the way I just did it, kind of thing, so, but, yeah, I don't know. I see some of these people, and I guess maybe I just feel a little judgmental. I'm like, don't do it, man. Don't be like me.
Yeah.
Go be you, kind of stuff like that.
Well, sorry, I didn't I missed that one. But the thing is too, I pay
I'm sorry.
It's pays for storage per month.
Paying for storage and making you feel like, in a bit, it's because it's
it's definitely it's a hard pill to swallow when you start consuming so much that you cannot contain it in your own living space, and then at the end of the day you're paying additional additional expense just to carry your collection, or to hold your collection, which is part of the game, I guess, in regards to obviously having space and having a limited amount of space. So it's something that you have to deal with, and like I said, and believe me, it's more safe than sorry in getting that storage space, because at the end of the day, you want your stuff to be protected, and make sure that it's closed up, locked up, and it's in your in your storage facility. So
I mean, at least you're in a position where you can afford to. You know what I mean? If you're buying toys at the amount that a lot of us do, you're at least in the position where, okay, I can afford this. I mean, it sucks. That's like you said, that's a whole nother figure a month, but you're still in that position where you're able to do it. I say whatever. I mean, money comes and goes. You wipe your fucking ass with it. You flush it down the toilet. Just have fucking fun. That's like something my grandfather said to me, and I mean he meant more as a career path, but he said, I don't care what you do as long as you're happy when you do it. Like, doesn't matter how much money you make, doesn't matter this and that you have, or the people you spend your time with. You just be happy with what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So, like, I've never really been, a save sort of person, just because of the fact that, money does come and go. And sometimes it's a little harder. Sometimes it's not. So, in those hard times, it's just like, all right, it's time to slow down. It's time to be a little more conscious about it. And then in the times where it's not an issue, like, hey, have fun. We're gonna go do this, live it up, live it the fuck up. And I mean, I did the whole like, your early 20s, going out with your friends and all that kind of shit. I don't talk to any of those fucking people anymore.
I don't either.
You know what I mean? So it's like, wow, that was, I have all these toys that from the last fucking 30 years of my life, but like, where are those people?
Right.
And some of them enjoyed that too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
is that just a matter of probably just people falling in and out of your life as it is? Because that's what I feel like, almost like the whole social media thing is like. And I said it again. I'm saying, I got to see my family members over the weekend that I haven't seen in a long time. And to me, it's like, yo, we haven't seen each other in person in a while, but we're all seeing each other on social media. So it's almost like what we're doing here. Like we feel like we're on top of each other because you're seeing them post a status update. They're okay, or this one's okay. But before you know it, 2 or 3 years could go by before you actually see it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's probably a matter of, so like, I don't drink anymore. I don't do anything except for go to work and collect toys and hang out with Chan and smoke cigarettes. That's like all I fucking do. So like, a lot of those people were just like, whoa, he quit drinking. He's weird. Like, I don't know if I can be his friend anymore. That sort of thing. So, but again, it comes down to a thing where, just people.
Yeah, but like, if your friendship was developed, at the bar and you're drinking, you have drinking friends and you stop drinking, I can imagine those friends no longer being your friends, because that's what they do.
That's like, what they did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you can't fault them for, or even yourself for the fact that you separated due to the fact that that's how you met them, and that's how if that was the case, JD. I'm not saying
no. I get you. No.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm just speaking general.
Yeah, I got you.
But like, I like
if the drinking wasn't an issue, then like, would you be able to just chill in a situation like that where you just?
I kind of figured that, because I hang out with you guys. You drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me.
But the thing is with us, you
do you.
talk, but we do drink and talk about toys, talk about life, and all that other stuff. So like, there is a common thread when it comes to us hanging out the bar, drinking, and you're there, JD, because there is conversations floating by in regards to some shared common interests, in
We're
regards
just
to
all having fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. I just want to have fun.
But
You know?
I'm a true believer of saving some money for a rainy day. Try to save as much as you can. Don't because at the end of the day, with what you're saving and how you can save, and there's tools out there for saving money and let your money work for you is essential, because the earlier you get in, the better it pays out at the end. So there's things that you should learn on what things you could put your money or save money into, and basically, have that money work for you. So when you're at 20, you put that little money away, and it be, $100 could be $100,000 at the end of the, when you turn 60. So it's certain avenues that you want to explore, because at the end, with regards to working and physical stuff, you gotta have that money set aside.
Are you guys hearing Dom? So for the regular listeners of this show, Dom, he likes to tell you what happens at the end of the day. So, you may have noticed, I think in the couple shows leading up to this one, significant non-usage of that phrase, and now I'm seeing him do it again today. And in his last little speech there, he caught himself twice and stopped him.
Twice, yeah.
So, Dom,
I'm trying to get better.
I appreciate you letting us know what happened at the end of the day today, because last week I had no idea what was going on at the end of the day.
Exactly.
I just want to let you know. But I see you're making changes. I can see it.
It's a joystick. It's my aunt.
You know what it is? You're talking about money. You're talking about money, and it's throwing you off your
is.
game.
It is. When I talk about money, I use the end of the day.
But again, I didn't want to focus so much on the financial.
I know.
We don't have to beat this to death. It's like I keep
right,
trying
though.
to think to myself. It's like this hobby, it can be addictive, and guess what? It's the best time to be a collector right now. They're putting out everything under the sun, which I want to talk about after that. And where was I going? Where was I going? It's like, don't be sitting around waiting for delivery notices. If you're young, man, get out there, do stuff, and you can do this when you're more established and you're tired and you're broken and it hurts to go out and do things. Yeah, then get into the hobby. That's what I'm trying to say.
See, but then
you
like,
also,
think about it. If you're not in it right now, then you're missing out like on all this stuff that we know is cool. But I guess the person that's not into it, I guess what you don't know don't hurt. I guess, right?
Right. I know, but the thing is, it's like that's what's hard. Like, there's good stuff that we're not talking about collecting GoBots from back in the day right now. There's some really good shit right now, and if you really want it, like, you kind of have to get it. You don't want to. Who knows what it's going to be worth like 10 years from now? So might be worth nothing because they're making so much of it.
And granted, on the adverse side, you don't know what they're going to be making in 10 years. Like, it could be a lot better of what they're doing now, but you just don't know. So. No end of the day on that one, Brian.
All right. Well, speaking of making everything under the sun, I want to let you guys. Are you guys excited for Gargoyles?
Oh my God, am I ever?
See, now
Dude, we had an episode.
So good. It did look
Didn't we have an episode on Gargoyles, and we kind of talked
we were
about
gonna watch
it?
the series.
So
remember?
we should revisit this. We should watch the rest of the series, and
because we watched episode
or like,
one,
at least
and we
like
talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, at least like I don't know, 10 or 15 episodes, and then just see how much more excited or non-excited.
And I think
See,
in
so-
that episode we did talk about who I think in the episode I haven't got to go back, but I think we talked about if they did start a new toy line or somebody did it, who would you like to
Who
see
would-
do it? And and I think we had that discussion, and it'd be interesting to go back and watch and hear it and see what we said. So
I don't know if any of us said NECA though.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
don't
so.
know.
I think we all went Storm Collectibles, but
Yeah, I think it was Storm.
You know?
yeah.
Well, the picture looks good, but then like sort of like knowing how like up and down that could probably be with quality. Like I don't know. Like what do you think? It doesn't matter. Really, at the end of the day?
I'm not going to be afraid of it. I mean, I know that like because we have a pretty wide range of the toys that they make, from the Aliens and Predator, of course, all the Ninja Turtle stuff here behind me.
Yeah.
I have not had any problems with any of the Ninja Turtles other than my Leonardo falling off the shelf and his scabbard. It snapped, but I gotta fix it. But like,
Yeah, but that's due to a fall, though.
yeah. I mean, we have a bunch of the Gremlin stuff. I mean, some of their older items, and it's just a matter of just being careful, being mindful that sometimes their plastics are softer, which is fine. It's just you got to warm them up beforehand. I know the most recent issues that they've had were with the what are they, the fuck this, oh my god,
Yeah.
so it was the Flash and Phantom, or who the hell was it? Phantom, Ming, and
Oh,
the Defenders of the Universe.
Defenders of the Universe.
oh,
yeah.
the right.
So I know they had a lot of problems with those breaking like right out of the box.
Mm.
So
Like I
because they
said,
were
with NECA, the paint and the scope look great. Like I think they nail it all the time.
Yep.
Articulation, like again, you're going to have some sacrifices there. They're not the most articulated toys, and like JD's been talking about, the plastic quality. You need to just be careful in regards to bending those joints, warm them up, and understand that that's what NECA, you have to do for NECA toys. Because if you, but the sculpt, and if you're looking just for sculpt and look and just paint, they nail it. They fucking do it, and they kill it. And
it looks like you could get some pretty decent basic poses out of that thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. You're not gonna, it's not going to stay in the A stance. You can get it into some action poses and some threatening poses, and I enjoy, like, just looking at it, it's a beautiful figure. Like it'll definitely look the part and give you those those tickles, and if you enjoyed the show, and I'm sure if you were a fan of the show, this thing will definitely give you those those feels. So
does this thing look a
I'm
little bit more?
I'm hoping.
Look at that.
I'm hoping they do a wing set that can come over as a cape, like a cape looking thing, like they do. I'm
Right.
hoping that will be in another version, or maybe in a deluxe version, or because I don't think the wings will fold over and create that cape look.
No. Or at
but-
least get some that are like in different poses that are a little more collapsed and stuff, right? Because
Yeah.
this is a lot of shelf space he's taking up. Oh,
Yeah,
gee, the
but-
two heads.
Oh, that's a
Okay, see,
joint.
so now with that head, it definitely looks a little bit more animated. I was like, does it look a little bit like too realistic? Does it look like they're doing a
no.
real-
So like when they were just like hanging out or whatever, they had irises and pupils.
Yeah,
But when they got mad and they were like fighting, is when
That's- it's got the
They
white.
got the white eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, the white eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about the Turtles cartoon that they did on Nickelodeon. That went a few seasons, like a few years ago, before this fucking shit that they got.
Rise
now.
of the
It was just the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever. But like that's what would happen. They'd just be chilling, and it's like you could see the pupils, and then like sometimes in certain scenes or whatever, like they went white. Like I like the effect. That's a cool effect.
So, like Chris and I were talking about this a little bit earlier today, and supposedly they're closing the pre-order window because the the response for this has been overwhelming for them.
Oh
So
yeah. Wow.
So
it
there's
looks
more
like you can
pre-orders.
swing-
So they're gonna.
I also
Yeah,
heard
you're right.
that they are they already have like 4 of the other prototypes about ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for here. If there's any
Yeah.
news on this, but I have seen that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're gonna make this is gonna be a whole line, dude.
Uh-huh.
Fucking
Nice.
I really hope they delve deep into this. I really do.
And they fairly don't have to go too deep. There's not there. I know there's a slew of characters for this line, but it's not like 100 or 200 characters in this line.
No,
Yeah.
no. But it would be cool to have like some of the human characters and stuff like that too.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Arthur and
But like I would say it's a lot less than Turtles in regards to characters. So it's like if they're doing
easily.
cartoon Turtles, yeah, you can knock this out with the amount of Turtles that you already done. With the amount of stuff they did for Turtles already, they could knock this line out. So,
Yeah.
but
And then you see
It-
some shit like this too. It's like what Brian was saying. Like what greater time to fucking be living to be getting shit like this. Modern interpretations of shows that we loved like 20 years ago. Like who would have ever thought we get this shit now? Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking crazy.
I don't know. I think Randy watches this show, so I think he heard us.
He heard us.
Yep, he heard
That
it.
does look dope. That does look dope.
I'm
But
so
it's like-
excited.
And it's like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, we just recently finally the Thundercats started coming this year, right? And that was what I was really excited about. And I was like, is there, and obviously there's Silverhawks, of course, but it's like, was there anything else that would really catch my eye? And then as soon as I saw this, I was just like, yeah, this is it.
Mhm.
Of course it's kind of mythic, right? So of course, but it's like, and despite I don't own a lot of NECA stuff, but despite all of the things that I hear about, I was like, I don't care who's making it. Look at this thing; it's fucking great. I'm really excited for this.
So
I wish
you're-
Gary was here. I know Gary would be excited for this too.
So you're all in. You're all in on this.
I
I
really
already
shouldn't be,
pre-ordered it,
Jose.
yeah.
What the hell am I gonna do with all this stuff? I should just get the one, right? But it's like,
Goliath would
hey,
be the one.
I'll
like,
at least get the one, right? And then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean these things look great. I mean, they look good enough for me.
people need to go in now. If you're watching and you still have an opportunity to pre-order, get it before
Get it in.
skyrocket. Like some of those prices that I saw those turtles going for. What were those? Super 7 or whatever. Those bigger ones that from that toy show.
Yeah,
$150.
the toy line.
Leonardo and some of those. I'm like, damn. that's
Well,
crazy.
shit, even the NECA movie turtles, those skyrocketed in price when
Yep.
they ran out of stock
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
It was nuts.
Yeah, just get them, man. Don't hesitate. If you even have an inkling that you kind of want this, this is dope. Like it kind of even has me tempted, but I'm just like it's not a robot. I'm just collecting Transformers now.
Hey,
So-
Jose, I got news for you. They made Goliath robots in the
Yeah.
show.
They
Yeah.
sure did.
Yeah.
does it transform?
Yeah.
Mm,
Into
it's just a robot. Yeah, they do. They all transform into statues.
Statues.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Yeah, but there's so like you can the possibility like with this mold they can do a statue like all grayed out mold and be the statue version of Goliath. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's so much they can do and recoup their costs in regards to molds because obviously all these turn into statues. So like so there's so much capability in turning profits and doing what they need to do to keep this line going with regards to alternative paint apps and everything with these things, and it would make sense. They can do it.
Oh hell yeah! A repaint, definitely that would make sense. And then
Just
you never
like
know.
a stone repaint.
and maybe accessories down the line, like, or unless they just do new figures, right? Like maybe just sell you a version that has the closed wings around them, and maybe it's just what it is. I don't know. See, look at that. It's been a minute, man. I know this is on Disney Plus, right? This show.
It
Yes,
is
it
right
is.
now.
Yeah,
Sure
I'm gonna have to catch up, man. I'm gonna catch up. Try to carve out some time because I remember watching it like back in the day, but that's really it. Like I never really remember watching this on a like a lot like as far as reruns, not like the way I used to watch like Batman the animated series and Superman and eventually like Batman Beyond and some of those other ones I was really into like back then. But I always thought, man, for like a Disney show, like I was like, this was always cool. Like, had a nice little dark tone to it.
Right. Yeah, man. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, but see, see this with the wings like around
Yeah.
the
The
shoulders,
wings
the
come-
capes. That's pretty cool. Yep. So
There's-
a lot of people are saying they're looking for Macbeth. I have to say, I don't know which one is Macbeth.
Yeah, gargoyles and bath.
Oh, it was a dude. That's right.
Don't even remember.
Um,
That's how long it's been. I don't even remember character names really.
right.
Yes,
So-
he was the rich dude, wasn't he? That had them all transported to New York.
No, that was Xanatos, right?
Oh,
Yeah, Xanatos.
The
Xanatos
guy-
has
the
like
guy-
an
yeah.
armor
William
version
Riker.
Of it. Yeah,
Yeah, William
Yeah.
Riker. That's who I remember. His voice.
and his
So,
his
like-
suit, his suit is
yeah.
awesome too. Like if they do his suit, oh fuck yeah!
Oh, like
'Cause he
this
has
thing?
like a
See,
gargoyle suit. Yeah,
So there's those
It's
robots.
the red. Like he has a yeah. That's gonna be really nice.
They gotta do it. I mean, come on. Like, why wouldn't you? And if the pre-orders are as strong as what they're saying, like, then you already know. They they basically have a license to print some gold. Like, yep. Did you see that other drop from today? The Black Zarek or whatever from Hasbro.
That was pretty
Pulse?
cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
It's like, wow. Like, are you guys in? Like, I never really went in for like the at least at the Titans, like the Fort Max, Brave Max or whatever the name of it was.
Mhm.
And I never went into for that, and I was like, but I really like that Scorponok, so I'm like, should I go in again, like with those colors, the black and gold? It looks good, but I'm like, I don't really need that, I don't really need that.
Yeah,
Go in.
I'm
Go
alright.
in on it. Go in on it. It's gonna be limited.
That
Well,
will
Well,
limited,
limited.
man.
It's like up for pre-order everywhere, Dom.
I know they are, but like once they're gone, dude, people are gonna want a Black Zarek, or who missed
Yeah.
out on it. They're gonna want it, and that fucking thing is gonna be more made than the Scorponok. So, I mean, it's gonna be less made than the Scorponok. So I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be something later down the road that people who get into the line and want a Black Zarek.
Yeah.
That's the only Black
And also
Zarek.
too, it's like we've seen Scorponok and Omega get like re-releases and stuff like that. This is probably one that probably wouldn't get one.
Well, not
So-
one. Nope, not.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
guy wouldn't-
I
that
am
one's-
I am not in on it simply because I got to draw a line somewhere. But the top of these shelves behind me, they're full. That's it. There's no more room for no more Titans. But that Black Zarek figure, like the G1 version, the toy anyway, the like it had GPS issues, the gold plastic syndrome and
Gold
all that
plastic,
other
yeah.
stuff. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that are really, really excited for this, especially since the Scorponok Titan is a really, really, really good Titan.
Really good.
So,
It's an awesome
yeah.
figure, yeah.
but it's interesting though, like you had mentioned the Grand Max or Brave Max. They did do that for the Fort Max Titan, right? But it was
They
very
did, they
limited.
did.
It was like an
Very,
overseas
very,
thing
yeah.
only.
Overseas,
Yeah.
yeah. It was an overseas
And-
Japanese, yeah.
And I remember back in the day when I would listen to like the official Transformers podcasts that are all out there, people much more knowledgeable than myself would talk about when that Metroplex got dropped, you guys need to do the blue repaint of them. Was it I was getting ready to call them Dystopia, but that's what the Make Toys name of it was.
Yeah.
Metro City, Metro Titan. That's it. Metro Titan was the blue repaint of Metroplex, and they never did it.
They never did
Never
it.
did it. Yeah. And I was kind of surprised because that would be a really nice kind of kitschy type of thing to get. So, but I have a feeling we're gonna see that Metroplex rear its head one of these days.
Oh yeah.
Come out of the shadows.
That would be cool. I saw somebody post a
Yeah.
pic, like I think recently. It was like a throwback, and it was like when they were just stacked up in Costco for like $80, and I guess they just weren't selling. Like, it's just crazy. Like how from one day to the next,
Yeah.
like it's like, boom. But it's like I think Dom had brought it up before because it's like as the line continues, and then you see a certain Titan drop or get announced, then you're like, oh fuck, I gotta get this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
when Titans Return Triptychon came out, that's what it was, right? Like then everybody was like, "Oh shit, I needed that Metroplex." I fucked up. I didn't get it. When it was fucking $80 in Costco.
Well, to be honest, I mean, it really wasn't the best. I mean, and obviously it was their first one.
That's why I sold it. I sold it for the Ultra Magnus
Yeah.
because I was just like, I took it out. I messed with it. I'm like, there's nothing
Yeah.
really special about this. I almost sold the Fort Max too, but now I'm glad I didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because got these Titans now.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's not the best. It's just really impressive for its size, and to be honest, as a toy though, is where it really shines. That Metroplex, with the city mode and the battle station mode and stuff. Especially if you got Legends now, man, you laying those planes on them.
Yeah.
Dude. But yeah, he could basically just stand up, and that was basically it. But yeah, so that's I'm glad that they announced that because we don't see repaints of these things very often, like
No,
never.
especially on the Titan side. Yeah, you don't see much.
So I'm glad
repaints.
that they're doing it finally. Yeah.
Like, are we going to see, like, we didn't even see them take the Omega and make Sentinels, like just blue versions of Omega, and just have that available, but they never did it. So so when they do it, man, like I said, they I know it's available everywhere, but I know it's probably not going to come out in as many numbers as the Scorponok did. So it's something, if you like it and that's something that character you enjoyed, you better just pick it up, because I remember that Brave Max that came out and it sold out. Granted it was an overseas exclusive and everything like that, but it sold out, and at the end when it sold out, it was hard to get.
Almost got it. I almost heard it.
I was pretty sure that they were going to do this too, because they put out remember the Generation Selects of the Fast Track, and it was like the gold and black colors. So I was like, I almost thought that was the clue. I'm like, oh, so they're going to do a Black Zarek because that's going to be the spear for that, So I was like, all right, man, it's cool, because I saw what was it? Was it Master Force? I forget the series, but I think it was Master Force with the God Masters and stuff like that. Like, so I got to see the character. I saw the show. It was pretty cool. Like, even though essentially just the Scorponok repaint, but again, like Brian said, that's a dope Titan. Like, I think it's my favorite overall out of all of them, because I feel like it does have such a presence. The headmaster gimmick is cool and all that. So. But I don't know. So I see now that Dom says it's like, just get it. Like I'm just thinking about it on the investment end. I just fucking get it, because it'll probably be an easy resale a little bit later.
A little bit later, yeah. But I'm sure it's going to be available for all pre-orders are going to be available. Then once it's in stock, I'd say probably a couple months down the road, you're going to see it start selling out in sites, and once one site sells out, it has a domino effect. Yeah, domino effect, and every other site will sell out. So it happens. But will it ever get reissued? I doubt it. But I never say never. But the probability of it getting reissued or having reissue, it's very low. So
slim to none.
Yeah, Brian, is it a thing? I mean, besides the space and all that, I know you had like a thing where you were kind of collecting the characters that you sort of like watched and knew, right? And not really kind of digging into like the fiction that you were kind of less aware of, right? Are you still sort of doing that?
You kind of lost me there. What?
Weren't you doing that? I thought like I guess maybe in regards to Masterpiece and stuff like you like if they had like a Star Saber, let's say, right? Because you didn't really watch the series that character came from, so that's not like a piece you felt like you had to do it.
Right. You know,
Or
and
you-
it's interesting. You know, just for the pure fun and gimmick of messing with things that combine and transform. You know, I passed up on the Star Saber, and then when Keith announced that Lion,
Oh,
The-
the Simba.
the Simba,
Mhm.
whose real character is Victory Leo,
Yep.
I was like, I gotta go get that Star Saber. I gotta combine these together. You know, gotta do it. And I ended up getting a used Star Saber. I think Greg for Mercy. I think I bought his, believe it or not. And I ended up never combining them. I was down at Bobby's once, and it was before I had put my shelves up. And I was like, all right, I'm putting my shelves up. And Bobby had it there combined, and I measured it, and I was like, oh, it's too tall for the shelf. Let's put it on the NGCC table. You know, that was it. It's gone. It's the perfect excuse for me to no longer own those two things.
Yeah.
And I tell you, man, the person that I sold that to, because I think I had them for like 150 each. Which I thought was a pretty good deal at the time, because they were both out of print, I think. And that guy, he walked up to the table and he saw those, and I made his day. He was just like, "Oh my God, you got both of them!" And I was like, "Yep." I walked him through. It's like this one's sealed complete. This one's been opened and repurchased, but it came with like some upgrade kits to it and stuff like that. God, that guy was so happy, and I was happy. That's good stuff.
It's always a good thing when like you remembered it, so you can remember that feeling when you're looking for something and then you like finally you find it, something that's so like elusive. But like for me, I don't know, was I correct though? Like, was that a thing you were doing with the collecting, like not really collecting like the characters, from the shows you didn't watch or something like that, or am I getting that wrong?
It's yes and no. Like I've made exceptions in the past for like things like Six Shot and
Mhm.
Overlord and stuff like that. Just because they're cool, and they would look good together. Like once you start putting that display and they look good together. But as I've kind of evolved and see what I have available for display and where to display it, it's like, you know what? I gotta kind of let some of this stuff go and just be like, look,
Yeah.
I had all these aspirations of this would look really good, and I haven't sold some of it yet. Maybe I'll just put it up, take a lot of pictures, and then box it up and put it out for sale, because it's like, you know what? I just wanted to put them all together to see how they would look, and I've done it, and now it's time to move on
Wow,
and
dude,
make room for Goliath. Right?
Yeah, sometimes I feel that.
Yeah.
Just in regards to everything, like too though, because it's like, man, you kind of can get like an enjoyment out of it and then just be like, okay, like I got to experience that and like move on, right? Instead of just kind of keeping it all boxed up there because I can't just really mess with that piece that I picked up 2 years ago, like, because it's just not at the top of the pile, like, so yeah, that's interesting. But like I feel like I could skip the Black Zarek too, just because of like that same reason. Like it's not a character that really resonates. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw Scorponok, and I watched, that 3-episode season 4 fucking over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? So, but not so much, the Black Zarek character. So it's so to me that's why it almost makes it an easy skip. Like I don't have any sort of feeling anyway about missing the Grand Maximus or whatever. So.
Yeah, but don't you have any desire to at least once put a Scorponok next to a Black Zarek and put it there? Maybe put one on each side of your TV, sit back for a week, look at them. That's so cool. And, it's funny. I had talked about putting stuff together on display just because it would look good. If I was to move this curtain behind me, on the bottom shelf is that pic that I did of like all those like Nemesis type colored Transformers that are all black with like different color highlights. Let me look at that Black Zarek again, because technically he would look good with all of those bots, right? You say, but
Mhm.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
I'm not doing it.
it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. I
it's,
got
it's,
an
it's
email
just
saying my Samsung trade-in was a success, so I won't get charged an extra $250 for my phone. I usually don't trade in or whatever, but I'm like, I'm not gonna say this fucking phone's like 4 years old. Shit ain't selling it. Let me get something back for it.
don't get me wrong, like this Scorponok, the color of Scorponok, the green and purple is a great color combination. There's other,
I mean, I see it on your
other
picture.
there's other Decepticons that sport that color that are great, but like when you look at the Black Zarek, the colorway on black and red and gold, it's just the way it looks. It looks badass too. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I know,
But-
I know. I feel like if I don't go in, I'm gonna wind up regretting it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we'll see. We'll see.
Don't
'Cause
worry. Don't worry. You're fine. You're fine, Jose. You're fine. You're fine.
I feel like I'm starting to get one foot out of the door already. Like, almost.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You know what's interesting about this Black Zarek? Like,
But I see Brian like in his box, like just looking at it,
Trying to
he was
justify it.
analyzing it. He was analyzing it like I saw. He was like,
so
Yeah.
I mean, what's interesting about this is, at first glance, I mean, look at him. Like, you take this Decepticon symbol off his chest, and he's not even a Transformer. Like, you don't even need a fiction behind him. He's just
he looks cool, right?
he's just cool.
Badass looking
Yeah.
figure. Yeah.
Pretty badass looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Scorpion.
It was funny.
Man. That's the big
It's
buzz.
it's funny. I forgot who made it. Like there was a version of Scorponok and Black Zarek that was made that was about, I think, 2.5 feet tall, but it didn't transform. I forgot who made it back. Is like, I think it was like 5 years ago. And they were selling it. I remember one vendor was selling it at a convention, and it is surprisingly the Black Zarek is what sold out first, and the Scorponok. Yeah, that one, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Isn't
And
it like the Iron Factory one that was like 8 inches or something like that? Like I kind of wish I could find that one. And
yeah, a lot of people were buying this Black Zarek back in the day. You had to go with their brave, their Fortress Maximus G1.
right, yeah, and you're right, and it was like a vinyl figure, I think, and
It was a vinyl
because
figure.
remember, G1 Scorponok only came up to like his waist, like right here, so
Exactly.
he never
Exactly. Yep.
scaled right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah. And that thing doesn't move then, right? Does it have any kind of articulation?
I think
Yeah,
it's
the arms moved
yeah.
up and down.
Arms.
Like it was legs moved up, forward, front, back, inside.
Okay. Five.
Nothing too crazy. Yeah, the 5 points, nothing crazy. But
right.
I remember it was one convention. It was a hot commodity. A lot of people walking out of the dealer with that figure.
Iron Factory made one.
Well, they made like they made that Scorponok. I don't know if they did it in the
Yeah,
Black
they did it.
They did it.
There it
They
is.
did it in Black Zarek colors. Yeah.
And I was always like, man, like I didn't go in on that, and I always kind of like regretted it because I was like, it's the same size I think as kind of like a Generations or like a Chug, and I'm like that could sort of be like the Marvel comics, like Scorpion
Right.
that was the
Right,
same
right.
size as the rest of them,
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah, this Lord Scorpion was actually a pretty cool figure.
Yes.
Once again,
Yeah, it was. It is.
sold.
Do you have another pic of it? Did you have another pic of it there?
Oh,
Yeah,
did you,
it's just-
what'd you want to say?
Well, for
You want to go back?
the Lord Scorpion. I just kind of wanted to look at another look of it, but
That's it right there.
yeah. I was like, and then again, I think it was just that, like, damn, another $100 legend or something like that.
Yeah, he wasn't.
that-
He wasn't super cheap.
And that came out like years ago, So I still feel that way about these legends now.
Yeah.
What they cost. So even though they are cool, I'm definitely in for that Magic Square Minotaur set. Are you guys picking those legends up?
Yep.
Yeah.
I am not.
Of
But
course.
it would be a fun little desk toy, If the transformation is like not very very complicated, like like if it's fun to mess with, like it would be a good desk toy. It's like, oh, cool.
It is.
You get a truck and some cars, and you could the robots. Oh, and you put them all together. Something to do while you're on conference calls. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
I
if
mean-
I'm gonna sit here like that Fans Project Menasor, I'm not gonna get on a conference call. People are like, Brian, why are you
no.
cursing so much? I'm like, shut up!
Yeah.
I'm trying to
and-
transform this. Fuck.
Trying to combine this fucking transformer.
See, so to get those pair of figures for like the 60 or the 65 or whatever it was, see, now I was like, okay, that's a little bit more reasonable because, it kind of makes each of them about 30 or so. Like, even though I even think that's almost too much. Like, those are they're very nice, and they were simple to transform and flip like back and forth. Like I did it a few times, and I was like, and I don't really have much experience with Magic Square stuff. Like, I think the last Legends third party I bought was like the New HB, and that was like a while ago. So, so I always heard about the materials of these things and stuff, but I was like, man, these things hold up. I just wish they were about $10 cheaper each.
Yeah.
25.
Which one
So
is it?
they transform almost exactly the same as the side swipe.
Oh wow.
So
And the transformation between both of those cars is almost the same, but I think for
almost the same.
Rider, you gotta just flip them at the fucking
Yep.
weight. You know what I'm saying? Which to me was interesting because I'm like because of the size of them, and again that's why I was impressed with that New HB. This thing is small, and they packed a pretty decent amount of engineering into this thing, which is kind of what I dug about it. And then to sort of see something similar with the Magic Square, which again it wasn't that difficult, but for something that size and to see it look so good in both modes, I'm like, wow, like they should just be doing this on a slightly larger scale, like you know what I'm saying, and make it look.
I mean, that's what they did with the Optimus.
Yeah.
The Legends scale was it something of freedom or something of light?
Yeah, Light of Freedom
Oh,
versus
the one that they made the regular upside.
Yeah, they made the MP version, and then they made it's like almost identical in transformation
Oh wow, okay.
in a
'Cause
Legends class.
I never messed with the small one of that, which I think there's like a metallic version I saw on one of the sites I could still buy. But again, I was trying to keep myself from falling down that rabbit hole because I did get the Stunnicon set, and I was like, all right, well maybe Optimus and Megatron, and that's it. And then I just saw the cart, like the number like adding up, and I'm like, no, don't do it.
Well,
It's just the
there's,
fever. It's the fever.
I think New Age is teasing a new Prime. Now I think about it. Holy shit! Did I forget to put that in the news? I did. But they're making that Ultra Magnus, which is it's a Prime that you put the armor on, and it's a new. Because remember, New Age was DX9 early on in the Legends game, so they made their Prime back then, but I think they're working on another one now. So you might want to hold out, Jose, and see what DX9 comes up with from an Optimus perspective. But then again, I think what is it? Magic Square's Megatron looks better than New Age's Megatron. So if you wanna
In my
get that-
opinion, it
Yeah.
does. Because I was comparing them, and I was like, and I was just like, to me, the Magic Square hits the look like to me better and that Megatron, and I was like, I would kind of like the flat like version, and I think the one I was finding was the metallic. And I was
So that's what I'm running into now because I missed it, and I'm looking for the regular release of the Megatron rather than the metallic one.
So JD, I could give you a lead. So my dilemma, I think, also when I was looking, because I did find one, so hopefully it's still available. I'll shoot you a link.
Okay.
But then the dilemma is like the Optimus, the Magic Square Optimus was only a metallic, and then I'm like, it's not gonna fucking match, even though I want the flat, like I want the flat version. I don't want the metallic version, But the silver Megatron metallic, it did look good, so I'm like, I kind of just almost wanted to push that button just to kind of mess with it, experience it, and just to kind of see it, because I dug these cars, so I know that's gonna be like a little bit bigger and be a little bit more intricate. And I was tempted on the New Age Darius, that Galvatron too. And I'm just like, but again, because both those companies don't scale with each other, I'm just like, I'm not getting into all that shit, you know. So for now, it's got to be a cherry pick for me. Like I'll be in for that Menasor set, and then we'll see. Because I'm sure I'll fucking mess with it, be like, oh, okay, this thing is cool, and then I'll fucking get rid of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know it. So I don't want to get too far in. Is that a maturity now? Like kind of like being able to, put things in your cart and then fucking but not hit that button. Just be like, yo, let me just chill. Let me just chill. Let me see how I feel about this tomorrow morning.
And when the retailer emails you, it's like, you left stuff in your cart.
You left stuff in your cart.
Yeah. But I really went all in that night that I ordered this Magic Square set. I had like fucking $400 worth of Legends. Like I picked various cards, and I'm like, no, don't fucking do it. Don't be fucking stupid, because that could be something else, like another nice purchase. And Brian, I was talking to you about that Battle Max fucking thing. I was ready to order that shit from Amazon Japan with one of the books, the picture books, which I might still order that book, like what I'm saying, because I own a book like that, but for like something else, and I'm like, and they were always very nice. I can't read the language, but the fucking pictures are fucking.
Oh, dude, the Translate app. It's funny. I just deleted a video off my phone that showed how it worked, but because Wolfie was asking about it, and yeah, man, I haven't gotten through all of it yet, but yeah, I just sat there with my phone with the camera over the page so I could see what the hell it was reading, because it would translate it in real time for you. And that's how I translated that craziness last night. But yeah, that book is really, really cool, especially the last one that they put out, because it covers pretty much almost, it's up to date on almost everything that's come out. So you can just look at the pictures, and it's
pictures
like
of everything. And do they have like pictures of like how it's supposed to look with like the setup and the fucking army and like basically the potential of it, and like because I like those videos that they have on YouTube where it's almost like the stop motion, and you see the little fucking men in the cockpits. Like it's some cool shit, man. I just think it's fucking so expensive, and the size of it, but there is a lot put into it. Like I watched these dudes on like unboxing videos. And it's impressive stuff, like what I'm saying, like especially all the interchangeability and stuff. So if you're into that line, even from the very beginning, if you have that type of imagination, I'm sure you could fucking pull off some fucking crazy shit with some of that, So I'm gonna pull out the one I got. It's the KO, the fucking I guess it's made by Mex Fans Toys. The Lost Planet line was kind of KOing those, and it's the Dia Battles. So I'm gonna pull that out and see what that set like came with again, so I could check it out and be
Lost Planet, like the game.
I think that's what it was called, Lost Planet. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like your Mech Fans Toys. They just created a brand called Lost Planet, and they make technically. I don't know if I've seen any pure KOs, maybe a couple, but Lost Planet basically just puts out recolors of the vehicle and stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot of like the little men and the little mech suits and different colors and all that with the boxes that you could store them in. And that's mostly what it is. And even when like some of their, if you were picking up some of their like the Transformer stuff, like with some characters, like you also got like an extra like mech suit with a little Micronaut, a Dionaut, or whatever they call those things. So kind of cool. It was almost like letting you preview the line if you bought something else. You got a little extra, and to me, that's bang for your buck, because they're fucking giving you that, and all that shit costs $20. I'm getting the Legend figure and the fucking extra mech and all that with some weapons and accessories, and it's $20 or $25. But meanwhile, I'm fucking getting a 3-inch car, and it's fucking $40. Like, what the fuck is going on? But KO.
I mean, yeah, but not for nothing. These Legends figures, they're not like a Hasbro Legend, right? It's not a 6-step transformation. Like there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of parts that they got to make, and a lot of assembly that they got to use for these things. So it's pretty wild.
Yeah. Are you guys like all collecting like Legends in general, like or just cherry picking, sort of?
I took like a pause, so I'm my game plan is to kind of let them be like not buy them up until TFCon because I want to buy stuff at TFCon, so I'm leaving that to purchase at TFCon. So
Okay.
walk around, buy some legends, enjoy. They're not so, they don't. Not saying that I'm flying home, I'm driving there, but like, they don't take a lot of space. And at the end of the day, at least I have something to fool around back at the hotel. They're great things to pull out and just play with on the table with hanging out with a couple guys, and
That's
I think
a brilliant idea.
I think I'm just gonna, I haven't bought them on, like I bought several New Age and stuff like that over when they first came out. So I think I'm behind a little bit. Like I definitely didn't buy the Megatron for New Age. I didn't buy the Seekers yet. So like I'm definitely gonna wait for the toy conventions. And like I know like last time we went to TFCon in 19, like there were so many vendors selling that stuff. So they had so much of that stuff there. So I know they might be sold out on the site, but I know certain vendors do have some back supply that they didn't put up and they take to these shows. And lo and behold, I find some stuff that they might have out of stock in their website, but they're there at the show. So,
Okay.
So
Nice.
that's my game plan. But I'm hoping that at least I'll have something to buy at the show, and then go back in the room, take it out, hang out with the guys, drink a couple beers, transform Megatron back and forth.
That's a pretty sweet game plan, man. I like it. What do you guys? Who do you like overall? Like between, like, I guess the two majors between New Age and Magic Square. 'Cause like again, like I feel like, well, Jay in the chat, he said it, like he doesn't like Magic Squares, like plastic and finish. But again, like I guess I'm just a casual when it comes to that. But to me, this particular set, the Sunicon set, felt very good to me. Like, and I'm hearing that's maybe their better stuff. Like I don't know.
I feel that. I probably said it on here before, but like Magic Square, I feel like if their plastic stresses or anything like that, you don't see it because of the way they do their plastic. You know what I mean?
Is that good? Or bad?
I think it's good. I mean,
you don't want to see stress.
It's a lot more durable. It feels. It might feel a little weird in your hand, but like. You know what I mean? If it's gonna hold up longer, then I'm all right with that.
But funny, like talking to people who do collect it and are more like have collected newer figures that have come out. There's pros and cons to each Magic Squares and New Age, and I think because I think New Age. Correct me if I'm wrong, JD. Like New Age has more. They use the ball, the ball sockets rather than Magic Square has the more modern. Joints that
the engineering's a little bit
better. Plastics a little bit, like again, people feel that the plastic's a little bit more weak in Magic Square, where the traditional plastic is on New Age. Then you also have the size differences, and that's the great thing about two companies doing these scale, because you can flip flip flop from both of them, and whatever you feel is best for you, you can kind of flip between them and stuff. So I heard people saying that the Seekers on New Age are better than the Seekers on Magic Square, vice versa. Like so like I said, like it's great that two companies are doing this, and I hope they keep improving. Which when you see the new ones that are coming out, they look amazing. Like the Devastator looks beautiful that's coming out. So I think it beats the shit out of the one I think we got from DX9, right?
Yeah, hulky.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. The Magic Square looks good. And who's the other company that was doing the other one? Is that New Age doing it?
Yeah.
And that one looked I mean, it's not that it looked terrible, but I mean, compared to the Magic Square, I'm like, just something about it looks better.
And you could say that Magic Square takes more of a Toon Tickle look, where New Age is more of that, realistic look type feel to it. But
not based on that Bumblebee we saw.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel they're just like, it's kind of like they're just doing their own thing, trying to stay as close to like a cartoon model as they can.
Yeah.
But man, that Bumblebee last night. I mean, they even messed up the back, just like the MP did to the new one. You know, they're like
Yeah.
zero
man.
fucks given. Like, we're mini masterpiece for sure.
Yeah.
You know. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jay, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Oh no, it's okay.
I'm surprised they're actually doing that. New Age is doing a new Bumblebee because that first one, as cute, as great it was, obviously it's not as as tune as it could be, but like I feel like it was always it is a great toy, and it's an enjoyable toy to the point where you can transform.
I
You got
only-
the little car.
I only bought it because it fit in Prime's trailer, and I just
Yeah,
wanted to do that. Yeah, that was a good 15 minutes of fun right there, for sure.
Just
But,
bought it to roll it in, just to vroom it into the back of the trailer. Which one? The
And
Magic Square trailer?
the New Age,
New
excuse me,
Age?
the DX9 Optimus
DX9
and
Optimus.
the DX9
Oh, the older one.
Flipper or whatever,
That
New
old
Age
one.
Flipper, whatever. And Jose, to answer your question, I do collect Iron Factory, but basically
Yes.
just the core season 1 cast
Yeah.
is. So I drew the line, but the reason why I collect Iron Factory is because I'm putting them on display with the Titans and my Combiner Wars scaled combiners. So, and all of my Combiner Wars scaled combiners, whether or not they're made by Combiner Wars or Make Toys or Fans Project, they're all stylized. Iron Factory is stylized, and all the Titans are stylized, arguably. So, I feel that they all go together, and it also means that my combiners are like really big compared to them, which I really like. So
Yeah. I always thought that's the boon of Legends when you own the bigger figures. Like it just makes them look more Titanic. Like you know what I'm saying, which is sort of like what you want. That's what I always imagine like seeing them. And I think it's the comic books to blame because they always, depending on the artist, always. Even though they're all the same size, kind of like when they're not combined, but when they combine, those motherfuckers got big, like
Yeah.
super big.
Yeah.
So that always seemed right in my mind, like when they were extra size compared to the the bats. But if you watch the cartoon, it's true. Like usually they're not that much bigger.
I mean, there were a couple. I think it might have been the episode, like the drill episode, where they go to this, where they have Devastator, and they use Devastator to stop the drill from drilling the core. No, it was at the core. Was the name of the episode, man.
Yeah.
And I think he had Optimus. He picked him up in his hand like a rag doll. if I remember correctly, or something like that.
I'll go back and watch it. I'll be going back and watching those every now and again. And I remember that being a pretty decent one, right? That was at like I think season 2. It was just like one-offs. The core.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a season 2 episode. Yep.
So, what's
Oh,
up,
yeah.
chat? While Ralphie's in there, he's asking about TFCon and stuff. I think we're all pretty much a lock for that, right?
I believe so.
Definitely.
Yay. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
do.
we did that. That's what we did last week, right?
Yeah.
We perused downtown Baltimore.
I'll follow Dom's plan and maybe pick up some legends and stuff. Because I never really like intend to pick up anything. But you're right, like those things are just easy to lug around. So maybe 1 or 2 just to kind of mess around with.
Yeah.
And Iron Factory, like that's what I was gonna say, they're still doing all that that stylized stuff, like that Ultra Magnus that I think they just
Oh
dropped.
yeah.
Like, that thing looks pretty damn cool. Like and I don't know, is that supposed to be like IDW? Like to me, it didn't seem like it was based off anything. It just kind of looked like a cool rendition, like of the character. I don't know if they're trying to go with a certain look or.
I believe it depends on how far you read into IDW, but I guess at a certain point, yeah, he's pretty hulking, I guess. I guess he, I don't know, powers up. I don't know. Hey, I don't even know. I'm just making it. It looks so IDW that I just assume that it actually
It
exists.
was there, right?
Yeah.
I gotta go back and look because I'm pretty sure I got those down.
I feel like I've seen a comic cover with him looking like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have the little. What did Robert D call him? The little Maggie. I mean, that's the one that I have. So, because I got him when I first bought him, I was like, I want him to accompany my Metroplex. Like I got the little Windblade one as well, and I was like, because they're accompanying Metroplex. he's the city commander, and because they named him city commander, and Metroplex is the city, and then you got to have the girl, the city whisperer or whatever the heck she was called, and then Iron Factory's first, like one of their first releases was they did a slammer and a 6-gun. I
Yep.
think so, and I've actually they're right here. I don't even have to dig them out. They're right there. But pretty basic stuff, Jose. There. I mean, that thing's not $60. Oh, look at that. I mean, that thing's cheap. Look at that, waffles. Thanks, Iron Factory.
Probably shouldn't even be
But no, the ones that are out now are much better. Yeah,
Okay.
these are the early days. Early days.
Still figuring it out.
Yeah.
All right. So before we wrap up, we got Godzilla versus Kong dropping in a day or two, right? Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yes. All right. So who you got?
3 a.m. If 3 a.m. on HBO Max. If you guys want to, if you guys
Oh,
stay
so
up,
it's
and
really
watch it.
it's really
Really?
Thursday or 3 a.m. tonight?
I think it's 3 a.m. tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it's the 30th.
tomorrow morning.
drop.
Yeah, the 31st is drops. Yeah.
It should be available in the morning, 3 a.m.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, great. So I'm gonna have to stay off the internet till Friday, so I can watch this thing.
Are you guys excited? Who you got? Are you like? Have you kept up with those particular films? Like, are
I've
you?
seen both of them. I've seen the two.
Yeah.
I rewatched Godzilla this weekend because HBO Max put it up. Fun movie. I forgot a lot of the battle scenes and how it worked. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I remember King of Monsters. I didn't watch that one twice, even though it's been staring at me to watch it again. But it's like I just remember watching it and being like, it's a lot of monsters, man. It's a lot.
I haven't watched that yet, so I gotta peep that, and I gotta peep Kong Skull Island. Even though you know what, maybe you don't even have to watch it. Like I saw some guy on Twitter, like it was like I saw this a year ago. I'm glad I'm finally able to talk about it. And he's like, the movie's fucking dumb, but with a cool fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? So basically, the way he made it sound was like, I guess basically that the fight that we all want to see is probably dope, you know, and that delivers. But probably the story that they built around is probably some ridiculous fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? And so we could get to the
Yeah.
fucking battle, like, you know.
I mean, that's kind of how I felt about Kong Island, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it has that kind of vibe, just fucking nonsense until we see Kong.
yeah, yeah.
Pretty much.
But then,
yeah,
like,
pretty much.
I mean, I thought the Godzilla movie was really awesome, though.
I dug Godzilla, the 2013 or 2014 one, right?
Yeah.
Quicksilver and
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch were fucking a couple instead of brother and sister. That's the one, right?
I think so.
That was
But
Elizabeth.
that wasn't Quicksilver though. Or
Yes,
so
it was. That's it. From fucking MCU. Yes, it was. Look at it again. Watch it again.
I
Some
just
incest-
watched it. That's not him.
There's some incest going on there. Yeah, dude. It's just his hairstyle's different and quick.
Get the fuck. Wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
dude.
The X-Men one or the Avengers one?
The Avengers one.
Get
So
the
the-
fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
dude, go peep them again and look at them, give them a look. That's fucking. I always thought that was interesting about that because I'm like, wow, yeah, brother and sister, and here they're a couple, they're fucking husband and wife. The magic of fucking Hollywood, you know what I'm saying?
Get out of
Yeah,
here.
man. Yeah, kick ass. It's
You
kick ass,
just
dude.
blew Brian's mind.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I thought you would have caught that.
What the hell's this guy's name? Ford? Aaron Tyler? No.
Something like that. Similar.
Quicksilver.
Just look him up in the Avengers.
Yeah.
I forget his
Aaron
name.
Ford
I should know his name because it's
It
like
is him.
I've watched Kick. Yeah, I've watched Kick Ass a bunch of times. Yeah, so I always thought that was just like a funny little thing. You know,
That's messed up.
no big thing. So
Brian's
all right,
Brian's mind is blown.
he wasn't analyzing that one too close.
No.
I'm gonna have to take that nickname back. He's like, no, it can't be right.
No.
Caught you slipping, Brian. I caught you slipping.
Holy shit.
Look, Vendetta's like, see, Brian, it is him. Chadwick, it is him. Dude, I wouldn't lead you wrong. Trust me. So yeah, I thought that was just again a cool little wrinkle. So I mean, I'm interested.
He
Like
was so
I'm not expecting any great piece of cinema, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a cool fucking fight. And hey, Mechagodzilla.
fuck that. Monsters fighting monsters. Let's do this.
And but Brian said too many monsters in the King
It's
of
a
the
lot.
Monsters. So it
It's
was
a-
like overkill. Was this overkill? Too
No, it's just.
Too much? I'm gonna watch it. I have to watch it.
It's a little over the top. It's
And
a
then
little
Brian,
over
I'll be like, "No, what are you talking about, Brian? That was perfect." What are you talking
Yeah. It's gratuitous.
Isn't the first one? Isn't it the
It's
first
interesting.
Godzilla?
I will say that.
Isn't the first one Godzilla in this kind of sequel thing? Isn't the first one like really dark and like it's hard to see him throughout the movie?
I had to
until, like,
turn
the
off
end
my
where
one
they-
light because it was kept drowning out my monitor, and I was like, "What's going on?"
It's not to the middle or the end, I think, where you start really
He's
seeing
so-
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that one. Very
In his
yeah.
full glory.
those two
Yeah.
silver fucking flying things or whatever they was fighting.
Yeah.
They looked like a little metal, like metal almost, But that shit was cool, man. I mean, I dug it. I remember liking that, but I just never kept up with that monster like burst shit. So I'll catch up, but I feel like I don't even have to to watch this shit tomorrow. Like if that guy on Twitter is fucking right, So we'll see.
Quick go around. What are you guys more, Godzilla or King Kong?
Oh man, Godzilla.
I'll start with JD.
Yeah, Godzilla's gonna have it.
Godzilla.
Was it-
gotta take it.
Godzilla.
You too? How about you, Brian?
I think so.
Yeah, what does it say? Brian Jose hates good movies. He loves the Snyderverse. I love the Snyderverse.
No, he's saying that I hate good movies because I
It
love
should
the
be
Snyderverse.
Brian,
Brian
comma,
Jose.
Jose
Yeah.
hates
Put a
good
comma.
movies.
Well,
Yeah,
he didn't put it all in all caps, so I didn't.
Commas
quite
are your
understand.
friend.
No, I've always been a Godzilla person, but that's mainly because King Kong, his movies when I was growing up were kind of dumb, and but after seeing things,
I'm a con.
like
I'm a
Skull
con guy. I'm a
Island
King Kong.
and that Peter Jackson one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
was
so
good.
bad. I don't
It's
hate
not
on
so
Kong,
bad.
but I remember like Dust posted the meme and it made me laugh too. It's like the orangutan and he's like, "Look, guys, I'm gonna fucking try, but it's a radioactive fucking lizard." Right? Like, I got no fucking hope here, but I'm gonna fucking try.
Give it a shot.
But of course, I feel like it's gonna be the team up shit.
You want me to fight?
even though it has
What?
exactly. Like, they're gonna fight. It's gonna be cool. Probably one of them will get the upper hand, but then the fucking third party's gonna come in and they'll have to team up and do their thing. Come on, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. So, we'll enjoy
Dude,
it.
it's all rampage to me. I don't know what you guys are
Exactly.
talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's just enjoy it for the dumb fun it is, But 3 a.m. Damn. So maybe I'll call it an early night once we go off the air, and I'll wake up like at 4 and give it a watch or something right before work. See if it's
There
worth
you
it.
go.
God, I hope
There
it's
you
not
go.
4 hours.
I'll watch it at 1.25 speed or something. That's Brian's preferred way to watch movies, I think. Sure.
No, that is not.
Just the Transformers.
and Snyder Justice League. Right? Just to speed up the slow mo a little bit. Oh
I
man, that's
guess.
funny. We talked a little bit about that, JD, last week. Did you get to see that?
No, not yet.
No interest at all, or whatever. Okay, we weren't trying to.
I mean,
spoil
I want to see it, but I just, I don't know. We can't get HBO Max to work because I guess we're supposed to already have it with Prime, and we already pay for HBO, so apparently we're already supposed to have it. But when we try and sign in, it just kicks us back to sign in again.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Weird. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So-
So yeah. All right. So that's
Oh,
tomorrow.
by the way,
Hopefully-
breaking news. Mezco just released a tweet. The Wolverine Tiger Stripe 2.0 is releasing tomorrow. for pre-order. So
And it's
just
got
let you guys know.
a light up base and all that shit.
Yeah, Sentinel.
That one.
Beat up a
Yeah.
Sentinel base. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Get on it. You gotta get on it.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
dudes. Let's call it a night, and we'll go around the yard, get some where you at. So I'll throw a link out as always in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. You hops in, come hang it out with us for a bit. Brian Brink, I'll start with you, dude.
At Brinkalizer on Instagram and in the Facebook group, Realm of Collectors. Hanging out in the Cabal, trying to the mythic Cabal that is. Those the group. It's a great group. They've been having a rough run of lately.
I heard.
Just people being very upset at in stock sales, and it's. I think just people just have insane expectations, but I just think I don't know. I almost got into a conversation with somebody, and then they just kept responding back, and then I just like stopped because I was like, it's not really worth my time to argue with somebody about how they're wrong. So, but yeah, it's funny. The Four Horsemen, they are doing their best to try to do right by the fans, but whatever, it's just not good enough. It's never good enough, Jose.
Ungrateful, ungrateful fucks,
yeah,
bro. Ungrateful fucks. We all are. See,
but it's
why
it's
we
a
can't have nice things.
it's a great group because there's just so many good people in there just trying to find the good. It's like I'm tired of scrolling through all this bad. Let's all post good things. It's like
be the light, Brian. Show them the way, Brian.
It's good. Well, hey, I don't need. I mean, these guys, they're
Part
almost
that
showing
sea,
me the
Brian.
light.
Show them my people
They're
go.
showing me the light. I'm learning from these people. Yeah, man. It's just good people. Good people.
Dude,
Good place to be.
somebody's got to show me that autofill, like all your information autofill, because I need to set that shit up because that take too long to fill my information in, and by the time I'm
Store
in,
it all in your Google Chrome, bro, or
That's what I
whatever
heard.
browser
Yeah,
you're using.
put in
I
your
heard.
Google Wallet or some
and,
shit.
dude, it literally takes me fucking 2
what I heard
seconds to
too.
put in all my info and check out like on shit because it's just all there. It's all there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, shout out to the Cabal. I love that group. And
tomorrow,
yeah, mañana, something's happening.
something's happening. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, Dom.
Find me in the groups, Dominic Grasso, here Tuesday nights with you guys, and on Xbox Live, Lord Chumley 50, and new zombie maps came out last night. A new zombie map came out last night, so enjoy. It's fun. It's scary. It's in the dark. It's nighttime. So,
Nice.
have
I
fun.
mean, you'll just be listening to Dom complain the whole time.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Well, we were playing
Camp in
while
a fucking doorway.
while JD was
Fucking asshole. Somebody kill this fucker.
Avenge me.
dude. If you're playing Nuketown, and you're one of those guys who stay inside the house shooting outside the door, fuck you.
Yeah. Can't fuck with
Get
that
out.
kill to death ratio.
And, exactly.
Just popping dudes when they're coming in the corridor. All right. JD, let them know.
Pigment surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live. JD Burgess in the Facebook groups here every Tuesday. Tomorrow night, all new Shelf Gravy. Tune in. Bring your appetite. Because I have
Bring it.
no idea what we're making.
You're making some zombie llamas, right? The zombie llamas.
We're gonna build some what do you call it? Llama apocalypse
llama apocalypse.
weapons.
This
We're gonna
is
get
all I
some
heard
gear.
from JD that night. Where's the mailbox? A mailbox.
I need another mailbox. It's telling me to destroy it. 10 mailboxes. Why the fuck?
We had a good
light
session.
posts?
Yeah, we had a good. We were all on live chat in Xbox playing different games and having fun. So it was
That
good.
is fun. That is fun. All right, and as for myself, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at HurricaneBX. Check out Enter the Realm on Mondays, here every single Tuesday night with these fine gentlemen. And check out Verbally Challenge on all audio platforms. Shout out to the chat squad. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out with us tonight. On fire, as usual. And shout out to some other friends of the show. The Nerds Have Spoken. They drop on Thursdays. Also, check out the Ladies of the Realm on the Total Package podcast, also on Thursday nights on their YouTube channel. So check that out. And don't forget to check out Nerd Life Syndicate right here on this very channel, 9 p.m. on Fridays. So I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Remember to check out the rest of the shows on the Cool Table. You know where to find that page. It's on Facebook. Once again, I can throw out the link in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. So if you aren't a part of that group, why? Just answer the question. Get in. Then you can hang out with us and chill and have a good time. That's what we're all about. All right. So we'll be back next week with a new episode. Until then, take care. Stay safe. And peace out, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
On the tape.
Bye too.
You
Why-
want me to push it? Who pushed the button? You push the button, I push the button.
Why are there so many freaking gifs?
Somebody has to.
Say it with me now. Round.